No alarms went off, no hashtags were trending yet, but something shifted. It was one of those mornings where the world feels strangely charged, like the air is carrying a secret before anyone speaks it aloud. Fans didn't know why, but they felt it. A quiet thrill, a pulse of excitement, a familiar sense that Jimin was about to do something again. And then, it happened. A notification from Brazil, one line, one name. Jimin, International Male Artist Winner, again. But this wasn't just another win. This was his third consecutive year taking home one of Brazil's most competitive fan-voted awards from the BreakTudo Awards, a country where artists fight fiercely for recognition, where fans vote relentlessly, and where global stars come and go like shifting tides. Yet Jimin, he didn't fade. He grew brighter. The story goes back to 2023, when Like Crazy didn't just chart, it exploded. It captured hearts in Brazil so intensely that he earned Hit International of the Year, his very first BreakTudo trophy. But that was only the beginning. In 2024, as Who swept through playlists, radios, and hearts, Jimin didn't just return to the ceremony. He dominated it. He took both Hit International of the Year and International Rising Artist, making everyone realize this wasn't a phase. This wasn't luck. Brazil had chosen him. And now, 2025 arrives. With Jimin standing at the top once more, holding his fourth trophy, this time for International Male Artist, a category that highlights not just popularity, but presence, cultural impact, and unwavering public love. But the numbers? They reveal something even bigger. When Who dropped in Brazil in 2024, it shattered the record for highest daily streaming for a K-pop solo song ever recorded in the country, a staggering 720,064 streams in a single day. It even debuted at number 31 on the Billboard Hot 100, the highest debut for any Asian artist at the time. And today, in Brazil alone, Who has surpassed 127.3 million streams. Not worldwide, not combined, just Brazil. One country, one song, one artist who turned admiration into a movement. But while Brazil was already celebrating, another story was unfolding thousands of miles away. Chile. If Brazil was a flame, Chile was a wildfire, because in Chile, Who didn't just succeed, it became a national staple. The song hit 100 million filtered streams on Spotify Chile, making it the first and only Asian track in history to break that barrier. And then it broke into the top 20 most streamed songs of all time in the country, landing at number 17, surrounded by legendary Latin hits, yet standing out as the only Asian song to ever reach such heights. But Chile wasn't finished. Who climbed to number 1 on the Spotify Chile Daily Chart, a milestone that no other Asian artist had ever reached. Not once, but 29 times, holding the longest streak and charting continuously for 491 days. 491 days. More than a year of staying present in the daily lives of listeners across the country. More than a year of proving that Jimin's voice didn't need translation. It carried emotion that spoke its own language. And then came the part that surprised even reporters. When Jimin's birthday approached, Chilean fans didn't celebrate with trends or streaming parties alone. They turned their love into change. They donated to Las Rosas, supporting the elderly. They provided help to Hogar Misión de María, protecting vulnerable children. They supported children with cancer through the Nuestros Hijos Foundation. They uplifted struggling kids through Abrázame, and they protected animals through Huella Animal. It wasn't a fundraiser. It wasn't a challenge. It wasn't organized by a company. It was love, pure, spontaneous, overflowing love from everyday people who wanted to honor Jimin in the most human way possible. Because when someone's voice brings you comfort, you want to pass that comfort on. From the award stages of Brazil, to the streaming charts of Chile, to the shelters, hospitals, and animal rescues touched by fans' donations, Jimin's impact is no longer something measured only in charts or trophies. It's measured in kindness, in connection, in the way he inspires millions of people, across languages, across oceans, to do good, love deeply, and feel something bigger than themselves. This wasn't just an unexpected moment, it was a reminder that sometimes one artist, one song, one voice can move two entire nations and leave a trail of change behind it.